Ms. Pinkston.
Janae Monique Pinkston. 25B1478128 and B.
Attorney Mike Baldwin, House Counsel for Ms. Kingston, who's approaching. Miss, good morning. Can you just please state your full legal name for the record?
Janae Monique Kingston.
All right, so just give me 1 second here. Defendant pled no contest due to a lack of memory to operating while visibly impaired. The super drunk was dismissed. She also pled no contest to failure to report a property damage accident. I need to inquire right now. I believe that the note
From the victim.
yeah, I mean, I don't think
We've gone over, there was a note and there was a victim impact statement. The note just came in on.
I just want to make sure. Is there a Gary Yost out there? Gary Yost?
No, not
Gary Yost he sent some kind of a note that says, I don't wish to humiliate nor wish to seek financial claims. I'm just grateful the law apprehended you. I think he's talking to you. When they did so, you nor anyone else would end up in a more tragic scenario. So restitution, if any, will be handled through civil litigation. And we will go from there. Counsel.
No deletions, corrections, errors, or omissions in the report that we identified. Your Honor, also, we are asking the court to adopt the recommendation. We think that it is proportionate to the offense. I will note, Your Honor, in brief speaking with my client, she is a single mother. She is gainfully employed with a logistics warehouse company out of and moreover, she's also on a bridge card. She has 3 minor dependent children. Also, she has an adult child who I believe all 4 are under her care. She has an 11th grade education. Your Honor, this is her second offense DUI.
I know.
Okay, this one was.
Who's Wafa Berry? Who is Wafa Berry? The car that you were driving is titled in the name of a Wafa.
It was a Toro rental.
It was what?
A Toro rental.
I'm going to assume that's a rental where people rent a car belonging to another person?
Yes.
Your Honor, she is scoring category 4 on the alcohol needs assessment, category 3. We think outpatient treatment is a reasonable and prudent recommendation to ensure that she maintains and retains her sobriety.
Let me see her AA verification.
She doesn't have it, Judge.
I knew that. You know what? I just knew it. I knew you weren't going to come here with that. Listen to me. You're 37. You had a 205 on the blood. A breathalyzer, I should say. You had 1 in 19. You hit a guy. You left the scene. This is not good because you just sent me a signal. The signal you sent me is I'm not taking this seriously. That's what you did. So you got a problem with me right now. And I hope you got some toothbrushes with you because that's the way I feel about it. This was 5 years ago. You hit somebody, left the scene, and you aren't going to do what I'm going to tell you to do. So maybe I just have to lock you up.
He's not.
Where's your AA? Why didn't you go? And don't tell me the dog ate it. It blew out the window when I was driving. I don't want to hear any of that. I want to know why you didn't go.
Literally because of my work schedule. I explained to them when they told me.
You can't get through probation, so that's another reason to lock you up.
No, I literally am the primary provider for my children. I have not drank or anything since I left here.
Ma'am, you will not make it through probation if you're telling me you didn't have the time to go to AA, NA twice a week. You will not make it through probation. There's no way.
I will note this.
Slow down. I just had this feeling. She didn't go.
I tried, but the hours that they have them available for me, I get off work at 8 o'clock. The classes were at 6:30, 7 o'clock. I had no way to make it there. I was working 6 days a week. I had no way to get there in time with me still being at work.
But that schedule has now changed, correct?
Yes.
So
You
now,
make $800 a week?
Yes.
What time, what hours do you work?
11:30 between, I gotta be there at 11:30. I get off between 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night because I work for a trucking company. I can't leave till
Then you
last
can't
truck
get
comes.
through probation.
I can go in the morning. If
Well,
they
then
have
why
a-
didn't you go in the morning before?
because her work schedule was different at
Yes.
that time.
It just recently changed because they
From what
just,
to what?
I was working from 9 to 8, 9 o'clock at
11
night.
hours a day?
Yeah, because I work for a logistics company. And then they just adjusted me, put me to where I would be a mid shift. So I'll come in at 11:30 and get off between 8 and 11 at night because I have to wait for the last truck to come in. I'm the warehouse lead.
How much do you make an hour?
$20 an hour.
How many days do you work? You just said 6, right?
Well,
I was working 6 days a week and now I'm down to working 5 with Sunday and Monday off.
You were working 6 hours,
6 days.
6 days, 11 hours a day?
Yes,
That's 66 hours.
yes,
How much do you make an hour?
20.
That means that you were making somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,320 a week.
Yes,
You reported that you're earning 800.
right. So with when I had
on average,
on average, I was doing without the overtime, 800.
I don't think you understand that. You get another one of these in the next 62 years, you're going to be charged with a felony.
we
I
discussed
do
that.
understand that. It will never happen again.
You're not the first one to tell me that.
I'm literally the primary provider for my children.
Young
This whole
lady,
situation-
young lady, I don't want you to get upset. I'm not going to send you to jail right now, but I'm thinking through how I'm going to proceed. You cannot ignore orders. This is serious business. You could have killed somebody or yourself. And I don't want you to talk about it. It's a no contest plea. And I was, it was said lack of memory. So I can only take
She
it.
was blacked out, Judge. It was an accident, serious accident. Thankfully, it didn't get worse. And we did talk about the bond conditions, Judge. And I had a sneaky suspicion it was going to come up.
Well, because,
That's her bond.
I don't know what's happening, but some people don't want to take this seriously. I mean, this is bad news at this point. But that's a fact. If you are working 66 hours, now you're going to be working how many?
80 hours.
80 hours.
And now my hours are being cut down.
Well, you said 66 hours. You said 11 hours a day, 6 days a week.
No, that's what I was doing. My hours are being cut now. I'm going to have 2 days off. I didn't have 2 days off. I was literally only having Sunday off.
You were charged with super drunk. Your vehicle would have been immobilized today. If you own that vehicle would have been immobilized back at the time of the plea.
License suspension.
It's revoked now. You're revoked. You're revoked. You got revoked. Did you get the letter from the Secretary of State yet?
I did.
I mean, I don't know, and I don't even want to ask you how you got here today. Don't answer that.
My kid's aunt brought me. I
Don't
didn't
answer
drive.
that. I think it's important to note, Judge, that I explained to her that her bond conditions oftentimes emulate our probationary conditions. And testing is one of those conditions that we see now in the probation recommendation, and that there simply is no option C. This is the client's request for probation. She's asking for the probation, and it's commensurate upon her to ensure that she satisfies her end of the promise, or it's jail. That there's no option C. So I would ask the court to afford her an opportunity to show that she can do the probation.
I mean, I'm not sure she doesn't need sobriety court, but if she's telling me, if she's telling me that she can't get to AA twice a week, I have no idea how she would get through sobriety court. But here's a fact. You just had one, you got another one, you hit a car and you left the scene. Now I'm going to give you another chance, but I'm just telling you, you're going to be on a thin rope with me. If you don't take this seriously, you're going to force me to do something I don't want to do. Did I let you finish? Do you want to say anything else, young lady?
Judge, this is a no contest plea, so I advise
I
my
know,
client
that's fine.
just if she would like to.
But I have to ask her.
I just want to apologize for you having to be.
I don't need you to be all upset. I get it. You got yourself in a position, you got 4 kids. I mean, but the youngest, in fairness, is 15, right? I mean, you got teenager, late, you got a 22 17-year-olds and a 15-year-old, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's not like they need a lot of supervision. I'm not saying kids don't need oversight. 16 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. Kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. I know you don't probably have a lot of money raising those kids. I'm going to make it bi-weekly testing or more on demand at probation for 6 months. If you're clean every time, I'll revert it to monthly. You're to attend AA, NA twice a week until you're in outpatient treatment. We're going to give you another form in the event that you lost the other one. You have to go in person. Every time you go, you have to have the form signed to evidence or substantiate your attendance. So twice a week until in outpatient treatment. Once you get in outpatient treatment, you no longer have to go to AA or NA. You're to attend the Victims Impact Panel. It's one night. There's to be no contact with Gary Yost. Restitution, if any, will be handled through civil litigation. I'm going to order 6 days jail credit 1. I'll let you serve those on the court work program, 4 of those. 1 day of community service. The community service, 8 hours, you can do at any nonprofit organization. That has to be completed by June the 15th. Court work program fees are $35 a day for a total of $140. That's for all 4 days. Fines are $300, cost $200, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. That's 6 1/4. Screening fees $60 for $685. Probation fees are $320 for a total of $1,005. You have cost of recovery of $150 for $1,155 plus your court work program fees. Everything included amounts to $1,295. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal, and you have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. On the fair report, I'm simply going to assess fines, $100, costs $100, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4 or 90 days. So I'll be happy to set up a payment plan.
Yes.
How much do you have today?
I can make probably $50 if I can pay with a card.
$50 today. We'll pay on the fair report first. How much can you afford to pay per week?
I get paid every 2 weeks. I can,
When do you get paid next time?
on the,
Do you need a calendar?
yes,
Just tell me what day. Is it this week or next week?
next week,
Next Friday?
Wednesday, so the 16th.
All right. Can you pay $60 bi-weekly or not?
Yes.
60 bi-weekly, beginning April the 18th. You're going to pay that first on the failure to report, and then you're going to pay on the other charge. 60 bi-weekly until paid in full. So that payment won't start until after the fines and costs are paid on the B file. Okay?
Yes.
If the circumstances were different, I would probably almost insist you get in sobriety court. You got a problem here. You blacked out. You hit a car. I don't know what else to tell you. You got to take this seriously, or you're going to be back in front of another judge. And if you go back in front of another judge on another charge, your life as you know it will be changed forever.
Felony down at the Wayne County, right?
If you need more time on any of these payments, all you have to do is call the court on or before the due date. I'll Zoom with you. If we have to do that 38 times, I'm okay with it. I'll give you an extension. I don't want you to not be able to eat or pay bills. And you call the court and I will be more than reasonable, but I expect you to do what I'm telling you to do. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
No reason to walk out of here upset, but you got to change your attitude on all this. Good luck.
Thank you,
If
Judge.
you were making as much as you say you're making, that's not a bad living. I'm just telling you. And that assumes no overtime. $13.20 a week is not a bad, that assumes no overtime. Do you get overtime pay?
Yes.
All right, so take the 26 now. Would you say you made $20 an hour?
Yes.
So you were making $30 an hour. If you truly were working, just so you know, just so you don't think I'm not paying attention here, you would have made an extra $780 a week on top of the $13.20.
Yes.
You would have made $2,000 a week. So one of two things are happening. You're either not working 66 hours or weren't working 66 hours, or you're not doing a very good job managing your money or your time. That's all I'm going to say to you, but I don't want you to walk out of here and think, aha, I got one over in the judge. He didn't ask me about overtime. $2,000 a week, that's pretty good. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
SBS Transport LLC 25B 148188.